Hey there everyone, how's it going? This is Zach from Kornhauser Sound, hope you're doing great. It's hard enough to know how to use a compressor, then there's so many different types it just gets so confusing. It can be overwhelming to choose what type of compressor you actually need for your track. We'll be going over 3 different types of compressors in the context of mastering to understand what they can really do. This will be part 1 of a 3-part series. Let's discuss now what an optical compressor is. An optical compressor works primarily off of resistors in LED lights. The resistance of the lights will tell the compressor how quickly or how slowly the unit will work. Because of this, you'll find so many different styles of optical compressors just based off of having different LEDs and resistors. Attack and release times are not linear, which means they tend to be much slower reacting. Because of this, you'll end up having kind of a smooth and rounded off sound. It's not so good at being a very heavy transient shaper like, say, a VCA compressor, which we'll discuss later on. So now that we have a little background, let's hop over to the Pro Tools session where we'll take a listen to what this sounds like. Alright guys, before we get started, if you like these types of videos, make sure to click and subscribe. So this song is called Evergreen. It's by this great duo by 2 amazing artists in New Jersey, Tote and Nick Ryan. I'll post links to their socials in the description. Let's go ahead and just take a quick listen to kind of what we're going to be listening to. Just a minimal instrumentation.
Changed heart and a broken mind. The only river that's running dry is between.
Let's go ahead and pull up this Shadow Hills over here. This is kind of a crazy compressor because it has both a VCA and an optical circuitry in it. But we're going to turn off the VCA part of it and we're just going to stick to the optical. We're going to try to see what happens with this. Hopefully it's going to sound a little bit rounded off and smooth. So let's see what that sounds like. I'm only going to aim for about 1 to 2 dB at most. Not really trying to go heavy with it. Just kind of get more of a vibe. First without. With it in.
Broke my knees, praying that you come back to me. We planted seeds, but darling, there's no water here. A changed heart.
There were some parts with that guitar where it was coming a little too harsh and all that. I think this did a nice job of giving it kind of this really smooth texture, but it still sounds musical. It just sounds a little bit more rounded off, a little bit more relaxing. Let's do it one more time without.
Broke my knees, praying that you come back to me. We planted seeds, but darling, there's no water here.
With it in.
Broke my knees, praying that you come back to me. We planted seeds, but darling, there's no water here. A changed heart.
I'm also noticing that the vocals kind of sound more together with the guitar now. That's also kind of a plus. Again, I'm not trying to get a lot of compression out of this guy. That's kind of what maybe a VCA would be better for, which we'll discuss in part 2. This Shadow Hills compressor is fantastic. You see it in so many different mastering studios and mixing and even recording studios around the world. I can't say it enough. This one's by Plugin Alliance. They do such a great job at emulating such classic pieces of gear. Highly recommend them. So again, this opto compressor is just great for smoothing out a track and giving it a nice little polish. Tune into the next video where we'll be discussing VCA compressors.